Welcome, everyone, to this NFL Draft Bible Spotlight Interview Edition for our database series. Marvin Jones is heading up this project with the free agency database for NFL Draft Bible. We are so lucky to be working with Marvin. They offer the opportunity to give additional eyes and information to current free agents. I know this past year has been absolutely crazy with everything with the pandemic situation, COVID, pro days getting shut down, players not getting opportunities that they normally would be benefited from. I have Quentin Jones here, who is a safety out of the University of Lehigh. He graduated a couple years. He's just working his tail off, and we'll get into that a little bit to get that opportunity on the professional level. So, Quentin, before I get too heavy into the background and everything, man, appreciate you again taking some time today. If you want to just say hello to the folks, I would definitely appreciate it.
No problem. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Quentin Jones, and I'm a free agent and free safety from Lehigh University, and it's great to be on this interview.
Absolutely, man. And we're lucky to have you here, man. I have down from your particulars Georgia guy that came up here to Lehigh to play football. I have You played some rover, you played some corner, and then you kind of settled in as safety. So kind of give us the background a little bit about why Lehigh University, and maybe just a little bit of a highlight of some of your favorite accomplishments while at Lehigh.
Okay, so first of all, I got an offer from Lehigh University, and that was a school I chose because it had the best combination of academics and athletics. I mean, it's just an amazing opportunity, not only for football, but just for life in general, to go to a school that, one, gave me a phenomenal education and degree, and also put me in a position to win on the football field, considering we won 2 Patriot League championships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can tell you, for people that aren't very familiar with the Patriot League, I had a couple interests from there. I went on a game visit to Lafayette. There is some great academics there. I can tell by that snicker you're not a too fan of Lafayette, but I'll say
I'm going to say go Lehigh. That's all I'm going to say.
I love it, man. Hey, you gotta stay firm to your roots. I love it, brother. I'll say, though, just kind of working off of that, you mentioned the academics. I can speak to it personally. It is a great academic institution, the Patriot League in general. Talk to me a little bit about that, man, making you a better person, better student athlete while at Lehigh. How much did they offer you from an academic and athletic perspective?
Man, just in general, Lehigh made me a great student athlete and just an overall phenomenal person just by offering. Lehigh just really pushed me to be myself, be the best version of myself on and off the field. And then they put me in a great situation and had help all around me, but also really emphasized making me do my own work and really put in everything I wanted to get out the most I can.
Mm-hmm. And we talked I already mentioned a little bit, you played all over the secondary while you were at Lehigh. Yeah. You're a versatile defender. For you, Quentin, what do you think makes you such a successful football player, and where have you seen the biggest areas of growth during your time?
So one of the things I pride myself on is my football IQ, and that's the thing that's allowed me to play in multiple different positions, not just play in those positions, but be effective and being able to make plays all over the field. And and I just love the opportunity to be able to play in multiple positions and just impact the game as many ways as I possibly can. Mm-hmm. And in terms of growth, playing safety was one of the best things that has happened in my football career, because in high school, I only played corner. I play receiver too, but I only play corner. And I was used to just knowing my job and knowing what I had to do. But playing safety at Lehigh and having to quarterback the defense and line up everybody and know where everybody else is doing, that just opened my eyes up to not just knowing what I'm supposed to do, but understanding all 11 players in the whole scheme. Mm-hmm. And that's just been a huge improvement in my game.
Yeah, and I love that little kind of inside look into it, because safety, man, you're seeing everything in front of you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're the last man in defense. You have the best field vision, kind of seeing what everything's happening around you. And I know, and for certain, because I was doing my homework for this interview, I saw you on Twitter earlier, posting a video about you getting some work in. Talk to me a little bit about this off season. I know you graduated a couple years ago, but the struggle may be a little bit of getting your work in on a consistent basis, and how you've been able to be a little creative during that process here.
Honestly, to be honest, it hasn't even been a struggle for me. I'm just in a blessed situation, and just my desire and the effort has allowed me to really been able to enjoy this process, even though it's been difficult. But yes, I graduated in 2018 from Lehigh University. But following that, I got invited to the mini camp for the Memphis Express in the AAF. So that was another great opportunity. And following there, I went over and played in Japan in the whole 2019 season. So, but while in between those, while I've been home, like I live in Georgia, Gwinnett County, right outside of Atlanta. So I'm in a environment where football is major.
Mhm.
So being able to train and just find places to get work, when I train with a couple different people, and it's a great atmosphere to be in, especially this off season. Even though it's been affected with the whole situation of the world, I've still been able to put myself in positions to train effectively. Hasn't been perfect, but I've still been happy and satisfied with the amount of work I've been able to get in.
And you talked about your ability to play overseas for a while this past season, right, in Japan.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that experience, man, because I know it's got to be like a complete culture shock for you.
Oh man.
Overall
Well,
experience like.
it definitely was a culture shock, but it wasn't the first time I've lived overseas. When I was younger, when I was in 4th grade, I lived in the Bahamas for a year, but that wasn't football, it was just for life. But going over to Japan was obviously a whole different environment, a whole different culture, but still being over there, being able to play football and just enjoy everything about Japan, it was a great experience, both on and off the field. Went over there, I got to play football, got to get some more tape, and I got to just live and experience the whole Japanese life. And I spent most of my time in Tokyo, which is an amazing city if you've never been. And if anyone wants to go there, I highly recommend it.
I love it. I've not had the opportunity to get over there yet. Let me ask you, man, is there a food recommendation you might make for over there? What's the cuisine
Oh,
like?
yeah. If you're in Tokyo, Cafe Line, it's a Thai food place, one of the best Thai food places I've ever been to in my whole entire life.
Gotcha. I need to write that down before we get off the phone here, most definitely for a little bit of the future.
It's 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Oh, I love it. That's a great endorsement. And I know everybody that I've talked to in the database side of everything, with Marvin Jones and Rick, being able to look at a little bit of your film and the film that you talked about a little bit, I've heard rave reviews. And I'm looking now, you had an opportunity to go down to Atlanta for the ANC American National Combines. I saw your testing numbers. Overall, just speak to me about the experience down there and how you feel that you competed.
Overall, it's always a blessing just to get an opportunity to showcase your skills. Personally, I thought I had a solid day. Not my best day. I can do a lot better in every single category. That's just the honest truth and self-evaluation for myself. But overall, I feel like I did showcase my talents and my abilities, and showcase I have the athleticism, potential, size, and skill to play in the NFL or CFL. 100%.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I know people down there, I am a good friend with David Turner, who is the pro liaison for the ANC Combines. He spoke highly of the performance that you had down there. Like you said, had a nice day. I know you've been taking advantage of every opportunity right now. So what has it been like lately in the last couple weeks, kind of just looking at how you've been able to spend your time and to continue this grind?
Oh, well, the past couple of weeks, it's been pretty consistent. Just been able to working out, just staying in consistent contact with my agent, as what's moving on forward next, whether getting to NFL camps or getting into CFL. And in the meantime, though, I've been working out. I have a training business, so I help out train other high school DBs. Been able to do that as well within the safety precautions of what's going on. And I also have another side job. I've been working that, and I play in a little flag football league as well with my mask on.
Gotcha.
So just staying active, staying ready, and then I know my time is coming eventually, and just whenever it does come, I'm just going to make sure that I'm ready for it and take advantage of it.
And Quentin, just to put it out there now, obviously, I'm sure the NFL is the top goal here.
For sure.
You mentioned CFL. You already played overseas a little bit. So are you going to consider every and all opportunities for this?
Yes, I'm going to consider every opportunity, because any opportunity I can get a chance to play football, I'll take it, because that's just what I love to do. But mainly my main focus as of now is getting into the NFL or the CFL.
Gotcha. Okay.
Those are first and foremost priorities. And then going from there, I mean, I've already played overseas, so I've already opened that door, and it's always open. So, and I know I have what it takes to play in the NFL and the CFL. So, and I know the other people in overseas leagues and even those in any leagues can see that as well. So, definitely main priority is getting into NFL, CFL first, but not closing the door on overseas leagues, you know, considering of what's going on right now.
Absolutely. And we talked about yourself as a player, obviously the versatility you played for, the athlete that you are. From a personal perspective, for an NFL team, a scout, whoever might be listening to this interview, what can Quentin Jones bring to the organization as a person and a player the moment that he steps up on the organization?
As a player, you're going to get someone who is hardworking, determined, tough, consistent, and someone who can add versatility and understands the game and who's very coachable and can make big plays. That's what I pride myself on. And especially being a defensive player, so you'll get someone who's going to be able to create turnovers and impact the game. As a person, you're going to get someone who truly cares and loves the game of football, great person on and off the field, no trouble, someone who's invested and will buy all into the program, and someone who has come from a winning culture, because winning is the most important thing. And someone who comes from a winning culture and understand that will do their job. I'll do my job and do my part for the bigger goal, and that's to win games and win a championship.
Absolutely. And I know, Quentin, I kind of want to end this here. You already have had the opportunity to play professional football, but the moment that you get that opportunity to play in the NFL or CFL, which are the main goals, as we kind of stated, what is that moment going to feel like, and how long has that been a dream of yours overall?
I mean, it's going to be a crazy feeling, and I just want it to happen, and then I just really just want it to happen. And honestly, I didn't start playing football until I got into middle school, and really when I got into high school, that's when I really realized that this can really become reality. So it football hasn't been on my mind for a super long time. Well, now it has, but since high school, that's when I really realized something just happened. I just flipped the switch, started working out a little bit harder, and then I just found a whole different love that I've never found before in any other sport.
I love it. And he's going to continue grinding. Again, Mr. Quentin Jones, safety out of Lehigh, currently a free agent looking for his opportunity. Quentin, again, man, appreciate you taking some time today. It was really awesome just to get a little glimpse into your background and your story.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me.